This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. Wanna run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Blow your mind.
Ooh, why you do that like that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall. I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go. You don't slap. That's fast. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man when it come back. I'ma give back my bad when the check hit the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money. I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a. She an. Why you do that like that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Smells like the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. For the genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat my friend good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this round here, I make a joke everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another sale. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum, all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a thing with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state prop you looking bleak now? I was home to sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find it so she fishing. Who the crew, it wasn't you. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank.
Back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up, I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mid dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought they could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you get my ways. Think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to back to back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Oakland Raiders. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 25 on second down, Trubisky. And this is caught by Watkins. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
You draw courses.
Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, Jones. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they got it. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Deep ball for Goodwin. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Jones now throwing again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes this a 9-point game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. Here's Trubisky. It's caught. Jones. Past the 20. 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Julio Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
On the ready.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
To throw again on second down. Jones, man open, it's Goodwin. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Throwing, Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Raider first down, 17 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 45 on second down, Jones. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Looking to throw on second down. Trubisky. And he finds Howard complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here. Now Trubisky. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know The best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Back to the air. Trubisky after the pick six. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good scheme going.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
On first down, Trubisky. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danico Autry coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Marquise Goodwin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Gano the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. After the sack on first down, Trubisky and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down. Now Jones operating from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Trubisky will throw. Looking downfield for Jones. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Julio Jones with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. The extra point up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Back to throw. Jones. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Vigil. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. They will run it. It's McKissick, and he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Jones now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Hauling it in, Nelson. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Gano's kick is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. He's got Watkins on the out route. And it's a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. After the interception, here's Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A gain of 6 there on first. Throwing again on second down. Jones. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Jones on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jones now to throw again. And an alley to run. He's got the first down here inside the 30.
That was earning a first down the hard way. You want your quarterback to be a scrapper, but you also want to keep him upright. He paid for that first down by taking a big-time hit.
Back to throw. Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, and we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now Trubisky to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Here's Trubisky to throw. Looking deep for Julio. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Kill. Lock in. Alert.
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Come to my world. Get it.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. 2nd and 6. Touchdown, Raiders.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And this is caught by Watkins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Steps away to his left. And this is incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Gano the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check, 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 check.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Back now in the East Bay. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Hey, ball. Bravo. Hey, watch the slant.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Go. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Here we go.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and they take it away.
Yeah, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Looking to throw. Jones. Johnson's got it complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And Gano's kick is right through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a throw here to his running back. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the shotgun is Trubisky. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The quick slant caught. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. On 3rd and goal, Trubisky. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. O.J. Howard with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals gain a bit of respectability. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Throwing Jones. This is Johnson. He's got it. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. The throw over the middle taken in. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. Here's Jones from the gun on third down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. Jones throwing on fourth down. Deep ball for Goodwin. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And 7 yards to go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He completes it to Nelson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They set the goal beginning of the year, hey, let's win 7 games. Unfortunately, with this loss, they can't do it.
So now it'll be interesting to see how they respond as a team, because sometimes when you set goals, if you don't achieve them, you don't care anymore. You let everything else go. I want to see if they're going to continue to fight, scratch, claw, do whatever to try and get as many wins as possible, even if it doesn't reach their stated number.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.